I already told this story to some brothers the other day, but a couple of days ago I was speaking with one of you, and I said, were you able to use everything that you've been learning these 2 years in your missions? And then he stopped, thought about it, and he said, no, I actually didn't speak to anybody about history, art, or literature, or Latin, or Greek. And I said, well, you went to a different country. Were you open to that culture? And he said, yes, I was. And I said, were you open to listening to people and understanding them? Yes. Did you judge them? Or were you actually trying to understand how they thought and how they behaved? And then his smile just became bigger and bigger. And he said, yes, all that happened. I had never been to that country, and all that happened almost automatically. That's one of the beauties of formation, of intellectual formation as well. It's not about going to people and talking about art, history, and literature. It's about being open to other cultures and incorporate them into your own. And that's what St. Mark did. St. Mark was from Palestine. He went with St. Peter to Rome, adopted, accepted, understood other people's customs and traditions, loved them, and incorporated all that into his gospel. So his gospel is written for the pagans. St. Matthew wrote a lot, especially for Jews, Luke and Mark for pagans. Today, there are at least two big cities celebrating a big party. Too bad we're a little bit far from them. Italy, Venice, in that beautiful cathedral of St. Mark. And then in Aguascalientes, in Mexico, La Feria de San Marcos. And that's part of that book that we're reading. When the church was young, there were some other apostles and some other people that actually were able to bring the culture of the saints into the cities. And that's still alive today. And today's feast, Venice, Aguascalientes. And now it's on our side to keep bringing that to other people. Wherever we are sent as apostles, how can I bring the word of God? And maybe bring St. Mark to more cities, right? Anyway, anybody can put the city that you would like to bring, the feast of an apostle, the feast of a saint. So as we keep reading that beautiful book in the dining room, suggested by Father Christopher, and then celebrating all these saints, let's just keep remembering that it is God who changes the world, but He needs our help, and our help comes through speaking and writing. Speaking and writing. That's what all these apostles did, evangelists, saints, St. Irenaeus, St. Justin, the shepherd of Hermas, all those people that we're reading about is with the word, the spoken word and the written word. So let's keep making a big effort to speak better and better in as many languages as we can, to write better and better in as many languages as we can. The other day we had our team balance, you know that, the fathers, and then in one of those things, Father Patrick said, Father Miguel, can you please tell me afterwards in one word how you summarize intellectual formation? And I had already told him that, but maybe he forgot. So I told him again, Father Patrick, for me the big summary of that Ratio Studiorum that we were talking about yesterday is be open through study to other cultures, to other languages, to other peoples. Love truth. Love studying the truth. And then learn to communicate it, speaking and writing. So being open to the truth, to studying new things, to learning new things, and in that, discovering God, and then improving our public speaking, our writing, so that we can bring God to others, like all these great men and women of the church.